my mic was unmuted the whole time. Oop, shit, and I haven't full screened this. That's okay. There we go. Right. I have just sent the link to everyone, but I just want to say hi. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream, you know. Been a minute, I know, but, I'm hoping that after, I had a big delay because, I was, well, I was not home. I was on vacation for a long time. And that's where I've been. We weren't able to do death save sessions for 2 whole weeks. So forgive me if I'm a little rusty, as it has been 2 weeks since I last DM'd. I'm gonna unmute now, and we're gonna get started. I said I was gonna unmute and we'll get started, but then I realized this music doesn't work at all. Give me a second, chat.
I'm chat.
All of you are chat. You're all chat in my heart. Will this work?
Yay.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, this will work. Welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. It has been 2 weeks. For Drew, I don't think you the link to the owlbear is in the ZC chat again. But hello.
Yeah, okay.
Hello again, everyone. I'm really sorry that it's been 2 weeks since we last did anything here on Death Save. I know it's probably been a exciting or maybe boring time. I don't know how it went. I was on vacation and was not home, so I couldn't really do any Death Save stuff, which is why, you know, it's been so long. Give me a minute. The music's loud as fuck in my ear. Why are you so loud? Shut up. Like, shut up lightly. Shut up, like, 1 volume? Please. Okay, there we go. But now we're back. Now we're getting ready to, it is only the second session, but now we can get back to it. Speaking of, since it's been 2 weeks, would anyone like to do a recap of what happened last session, or would you all rather I do it?
We beat up some robots, but then they were nice to us. We also delivered a letter and did not get a thing that Mr. Grass Callahan wanted, probably. It's fine, though. We did what we were paid to do, I think. Deliver a letter.
He didn't pay you.
He didn't pay us.
He did not pay you.
Well, he'll pay us now. He better.
He better.
Pay handsomely.
Ooh. If you'll recall, the reason you went on this quest was because Grass Callahan came in on Adel. When Adel was recruiting people to find the legendary last spark, Grass came in stating he would tell you something. He'd give you a lead on where the last spark might be in exchange for delivering this letter and getting a return letter that he said the recipient would give you. That unfortunately did not happen, as the recipients pulled...
No, it did, I promise.
He will probably think that, but the recipients of the letter pulled guns on you and got scared because you mentioned Grass's name. The reason they got scared is that Grass has stated he used to work in the TRR, the Tertia Republic Rangers, the police force of this nation. They got scared because they thought you were there to get them because they were robot gangsters. You weren't. They gave you a fake letter that had a note written inside saying, "Get fucked, Callahan." And now, you all have made your way back. I will skip over the walking part unless you guys want to have said anything. You know, get back into the groove while you all were walking back.
Can I just ask, is the letter sealed?
The letter was...
Does it have a stamp seal?
The letter you were given. He took the letter you gave him. The letter
the one you're taking back.
The one you're taking back is not sealed with the same stamp that the original one had. It was it was sealed by hand by the robot, seemingly heating the sticky part under it to melt it so it would stick together. And he opened it and put the note in there and then sealed it for you to take back.
I'm gonna be like,
Hey, can I get the letter real quick?
I believe Adel has it.
Sure. Here.
Alright, cool.
you should give us. I'm gonna like take the letter and like pull out, some like kind of a weird mechanical pencil that I click, but like it doesn't actually click. It looks like it clicks, but it doesn't actually extend. But then I'm gonna like put it to the paper and start writing, and using illusory script for a
Ooh.
minute. I'm gonna basically, instead of get fucked, go. I'm gonna basically say, the letter has been received, and like underline it.
Okay,
And
so
then
you're
just, like, put it
you're
back in.
changing the contents of the note in the letter.
Yeah. So to all of us, we can still see get fucked or whatever. To him or to anyone else, it's gonna say, we received the letter or whatever.
Okay.
So we hopefully have like 10 days worth of time to get out of here.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Wait, the
Uh-huh.
spell lasts for 10 days. Jesus.
Yeah.
All
Or I
right.
can just like disapparate it whenever.
Yeah. As you all, sorry, it's been a minute. Prisa, as you are casting this spell, like rewriting the letter from outside of the letter so that it doesn't look opened, you see as you all are walking up, out the back of the Tertia clock tower, there's a small crowd gathered around a little stage that's set out back of the clock tower. You didn't pay the greatest attention, but this little stage wasn't there behind the tower. It seems to have been set up. You see a banner hanging over this what do they call them? They aren't lecterns, and it's not a soapbox. What is the thing?
Podium.
Podium, yes, thank you. There's a wooden podium standing there with a microphone attached to it. It's not a microphone, it's just a little device that goes into like a funnel so that voice can be, projected. And like a small crowd of like about 25 people are kind of standing around. There's two people who clearly look like bodyguards. They're in suits. They've got these black glasses on. One of them's a blue dragonborn, and the other is a light-skinned human male with brown hair. And as you all walk by this, you see the banner above the podium. Sorry, you see the banner listing listening to you. And you see as you're walking by, do any of you stop to see what's going on, or are you all just walking by?
Seems interesting.
Rest of you.
I think I would stop if someone else had stopped to look at
I'm
it.
pretty sure I'm riding on someone's shoulder, so if they stop, I stop.
Howdy.
If people are stopping, Howdy's continuing because he just did not notice.
Well,
Somebody will need to just like tap him.
does anyone tap him to stop him from continuing?
I will tap him.
Huh? Huh?
As you like tap Howdy to get his attention, you see this little tabaxi like old lady. She's got her like fur is graying on the back of her head, and she kind of walks out to the podium and leans to the microphone and says, Mr. Tertia will be out in 5 minutes to hold this conference. Thank you for waiting. And she turns around to go back inside, and you hear everybody, kind of murmuring amongst each other. You can hear generally the murmurs are of like questions they're going to ask. Like you hear some people ask, what will you do about the rising Steamhead menace? And another person responds to going, ooh, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. You hear some people inquiring about what he's going to do about the No Man's Land and the fact that it's extended for so far. And some people you hear shooting down stupid questions such as, what is your plan to make it legal? What is your plan to legally require more restaurants in cities? And you hear that person's friend go, what are you talking about, you fucking idiot? They
What
seem
is he yapping about?
they're all murmuring amongst each other questions they're going to ask him, and they're all waiting for him to come out. And I guess the question is, do you all move on, or engage, if you so choose.
Well,
I'm not. I wouldn't say Otto would be very interested, but I feel like it could be interesting if anyone else wanted to stay.
Sears is eager to move on. He's uncomfortable out here in the open with all of this technology.
Shoulder time. Come on, grab your friend.
None of you.
He's not paying us by the hour. I want to hear what Mr. Tertia has to say. Smile.
As far as I'm hearing, Adel is like a maybe, and Howdy's the only one who wants to stay. Do you all?
I mean, I'm not leaving these guys behind.
Begrudgingly staying then?
Yeah.
Hey, you could go turn it in. It's fine, bud.
Would you want to?
As long as you get me afterwards.
I'd stay.
Alright, after waiting the 5 minutes, give me a second, music's gotta change. Let me,
That's crazy.
give me a second. Just hold on, give me, just 1 second.
Yeah.
I'm not working with my, my
Yeah.
normal,
Mhm.
I'm not working with my
Music
normal my normal repertoire
Yeah.
today because all of my music just decided to stop working.
Wow.
So I'm just like looking
That's
at
what's
good music for this, and I'm gonna get ads. Doug from Liberty Mutual, I'm gonna customize your hospital bill so you lose hundreds of dollars, okay? You and that fucking emu, dude. Anyways.
Fuck.
Yeah, this'll work. You see...
love Limu Emu.
No, I hate him. I hate that bird. Anyways, sorry. My beef with
fucking bird,
Doug
I
and Limu the emu is a topic for another day. You see as this crowd kind of waits, eventually this curtain that's kind of behind the stage gets pushed back, and you saw this man depicted in a painting in the Ten Brass Apartments. It's this Leonin man with this. He's not wearing the armor he was wearing or having the sword he had in the portrait. I believe that's how I described him. But he's wearing, a nice suit. He's wearing like a black overcoat over his suit and these nice black pants. And of course, like most animalistic creatures, is not wearing shoes. I should mention, by the way, going forward, most animalistic creatures will not be wearing shoes. Just in case any of you want to do something with that information, such as stabbing their
Let me
feet.
go check. Am I wearing shoes?
Am I wearing shoes?
I look down on my feet. Give me a second.
Are you
I am
wearing
wearing shoes.
You are wearing shoes. Perfect. You see him come out and, wave to the crowd, and he everybody like claps for a moment. Do you all join in on this clapping for him?
No.
Uh-oh.
No. No,
Oh,
fuck
man.
this guy. Who is this guy?
It takes 10 minutes to do a illusory script, so I'm just like still writing it, I think.
Okay. You see the striking feature you remember of him in the painting, the red kind of eye, the cybernetic enhancement. And now that you've seen him in full, give me a second. Let me this isn't the outfit he's wearing, but I'm going to send a reference image I have of him into the voice chat because now you're actually seeing him. He comes up to the microphone and, microphone, and he leans into it and goes, thank you. As you know, I am Kennedy Tertia, governor of this fair nation, and I'm here to start something new. My family, as long as they've run this, this nation, you see he kind of stumbles on his words there. He's clearly a little nervous. They have a history of not listening to the people, I won't say my family's policies were... I'm actually, missing the word here. Fuck! Why can't I figure it out? I won't say my family's policies were ineffective for the nation, but they definitely had a habit of focusing on the wrong problem. I mean, take the expansion project my predecessor 2 times down attempted to enact. It was a disaster when people were starving at home to be attempting to expand further into the no man's land. It's what's caused us to be shrunken so far in, but that's a topic for a debate or another day. What we're here for today is, well, to hear your concerns, to bring about issues you want me, personally, to know. It could be a question, or it could be voicing your concerns over an issue. The point being is I am here to listen. Now, if you'll see, I believe my lovely assistant is bringing it out. You see as the little old tabaxi lady from before is bringing a microphone to the front of the crowd and like placing it a little ways away from the stage. You see people kind of part ways, you know. It's like a meet and greet, you know, when they got people lining up with the microphones. They're moving kind of out of the way for that. Now I should ask, where are you all in the crowd? Like mid-section, far back?
Far back.
Mingled within.
Mingled within?
Yeah, I think like we stopped moving and a bunch of other people moved in the 5 minutes that we got there. You know?
Probably. That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Priza's still on someone's shoulders, I imagine. still riding
Shoulder.
I think you've been on mine for most of the time.
Someone's.
Oh my god, is it that fucking emu again? Shut up, get out of here, Doug. Anyways, sorry about that.
Wow, man.
Okay.
What did he do to you?
Well, that's not
Post advertisement.
that fucking that fucking emu. Anyways, you all see as everybody moves around, you see as like people begin to like step out to get in line for the microphone. And so I'm gonna ask the fun question. How many of you are going to get in line? Or
No.
or are you going to simply just listen in and see what he has to say about, you know?
I'm gonna observe.
I do the
gonna-
right thing.
I'll ask Preza if he wants to get in line. Or they want to get in line.
What? No. I don't like politics.
Fair enough.
They usually stop me from going in dungeons. They're cowards. They have like rules about like property and property of the state. I think it's the state of my existence.
I don't think that's a political issue, but okay.
Priest's smart, but Priest is not wise.
It fits.
Okay, I thought someone was gonna get in line, but you know what, I can work with this. You see as several people get in line, you know, of various different colors and creeds, and you see as the first one come up. We'll do like, I'll just say like 3 of these. I'm just spitballing here. You all are free to chime in as Kennedy says as the first person comes up. Now, I want to be civil about this, but if any of you have follow-up questions to anything that these people, you know, these fine people have to say, feel free to raise your hand and I will hear your voice as well. But first, ma'am, you see this human woman, you know, walk up, long blonde hair tied back, and she leans into the microphone, and forgive me for the woman voice I'm about to do, because yes, you see, I run a bakery in Aquarius, you know, not a popular place, but recently the robberies of the aqua treatment plants by the steamheads have greatly affected my ability to do business. No one feels safe in Aquarius anymore, mainly because of, well, the lack of the Rangers' presence in the city. Do you plan to do anything about the steamheads or about the lack of presence of Rangers within cities? You see as Tertia, you know, waits for her to finish and goes, well, That is a great question. I do plan to increase the presence of rangers within all cities around Tertia, and the lack of presence before was honestly quite a travesty. I am deeply sorry to hear that your business has been suffering due to these steamhead attacks, and I will say the mechanical menace will not last long under my rule of all of Tertia, and not only will I be increasing efforts to further empower the Tertia Republic Rangers, but I will also be increasing our efforts against the Steamheads. We have recently attained information, I'm sure you've seen it covered in the papers, that there was a change in leadership within the Steamheads. The old leader was found scrapped in a ditch inside of the No Man's Land. However, their activity seemed to continue after their leader was found dead. I believe his name was... Clank something. His name's not worth remembering. But he was found dead, and we believe that their leadership has been changed. This is a vulnerable moment for the Steamheads, and we believe this is a important moment in fully fighting back against the mechanical menace, and we will be sure to increase our efforts as this development continues. And you see the woman who asked the questions, satisfied, and she moves aside to let the next person come along. And now I asked if while he was talking, did any of you want to raise your hand, chime in?
Not my place.
I have no ill will to any side in this.
Damn, okay.
Frieza is writing and is distracted.
Alright, you see as the next person comes up, and he, it's this Dragonborn man, he's a black Dragonborn man with these piercing blue eyes. As he, leans into the microphone, he has to kind of lean down, he's a really tall dude, and he asks, there's been an increase in rumors of the treasure known as the Last Spark being located somewhere within, Tertia. I personally am investigating the Temple of the Storm ruins, and we've had several people trash the ruins. There was a man who broke in last week and got deep within the ruins where we weren't able to find them. Do you have any plans to increase the scrutiny on people disturbing archaeological monuments, or even, curbing these rumors of the Last Spark being present within Tertia? And you see as everyone make me a perception check.
I'm gonna say, when he's talking, Prieza's ear is just like twitching so much, and it's like kind of shrinking down almost, like trying not to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
Heard archaeological destruction. He was like, oh, anyway.
Ooh.
Right, I got a 16 on the perception.
16
I got 15.
from Adel, 15.
Prieza's gonna whisper quietly,
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
You sure?
I haven't been in a dungeon in a while. I want to go in one though. I need to get back in there.
Sears gets a 21. Howdy?
My internet cut out for a second.
Oh, roll me perception, please.
You got it, boss. That's an 8 in total.
Howdy, you don't notice this for whatever reason or another. The rest of you, though, notice the kind of surprise on Kennedy's face as the Last Spark is mentioned, and he kind of shakes his head a bit as he lets the man finish his question, and responds with, "Oh,
too short.
huh?
I'm too short.
Too short to see. Oh, well." See, this is exactly why we have these sort of conferences. I was unaware of this increase in rumors to the Last Spark, and I'm dearly sorry to hear this. Curb stomping a rumor is not within my ability as a constitutional governor. That would require censorship of the media, censorship of the people, something I simply don't believe in doing, and at bare minimum is morally incorrect. As for increasing security and scrutiny around breaking into archaeological ruins, I believe the Tertia Republic Rangers have been patrolling the no man's lands more often, but I believe this is an issue that will be solved more with the increase in funding, power, and manpower of the Tertia Republic Rangers. Rest assured that while I cannot promise an immediate solution, the best I can offer is an increase in the Rangers' funding and power to protect you and your passion you clearly have for your work. I greatly appreciate it. You see as the Dragonborn man kind of scoffs at this answer a bit, but shrugs, knowing that he is doing the best he can and probably can't offer more than that. The next person who comes up to speak, unless any of you wanted to raise your hand and speak.
Nah.
No.
Doesn't speak out
yeah.
loud, but just mumbling to themselves go,
Fucking hypocrite.
I won't speak up. Instead of my focus is going to be on that black dragonborn. Watch where he goes.
You see him kind of mingle back into the crowd. You know, he stays and waits for the event to end. It seems he is here to listen to the event. Make me a perception check, Sears, and only Sears.
I can't see anything from down here.
And also, you're not focusing on him.
I'm gonna say for a while. Preza's just like mumbling, grumbling to themselves.
Ugh.
Fucking
6?
dungeons are free place.
6, you said, Sears?
Yeah, 6.
Oh dear. You watch the Black Dragonborn, and all you can really notice is that he definitely doesn't look like he works in an archaeological site. He's very clean, wearing this kind of regular, white t-shirt and jeans. He doesn't stand out or look like someone who works there, but you take this up as maybe it's just casual Friday. It's a Thursday. You see as finally the next person that comes up is, you can clearly tell they have you all have seen these people before, but this one just is a much better disguise. You see as a person wearing kind of a face mask with, light skin and a bowler hat on, wearing black gloves, a full jacket and shirt, with jeans and boots on, comes up to the microphone and goes,
That's a dude.
"What do you say to the rumors that you are more machine than lion?" You see as Kennedy just kind of stares at this person for a moment, and then kind of touches his glass red eye and goes, well, again, with the previous question, I didn't know that there were rumors about this, but, I understand I have something my predecessors did not look highly upon, and that was a prosthetic. My family was very critical of those who, decided to heal themselves, in a way, such as I did. I can assure you, my eye is the only mechanical part of me I need it to see, and frankly, I think that is a bit of a breach of privacy to ask me such a question, but I assure you that it is the only mechanical part of myself, and I lost it in a terrible accident, to which it was then replaced when I was much older and required my eye in order to do my work. You see as kind of the crowd even cringed when this person asked such a question, because they were all thinking it but didn't want to say it. But they cringe when the question finally comes out and they see that they've that this guy's like embarrassed him almost. He clears his throat and, you know, straightens himself. Do any of you raise your hand to chime in on this?
Whatever she, bitch ass.
What did you say?
I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh at that comment.
You see as very quickly Tertia like hears the bitch ass and the laugh, and you get like Priza, you get like a death stare from him for a second. Like he's trying to retain his professionalism, but already
No, I look at him. I go,
Not you, that guy.
I point to the guy who asked the question with a robotic hand.
You see as it's very quickly he glares at you, Priza, looks at your hand in confusion, looks very quickly at the person who asked the question, like as he's like slipping into the crowd and like trying to get away, to which and eventually he just kind of shakes his head, like fixes his eye a bit into his eye socket and goes, right, next question.
I thumbs up him with the mechanical hand. I thumbs up him.
It's been a bit of time since this, and you know the questions are getting a little boring, you know, economic issues and whatnot. Do you all want to stay and listen, or would you rather head on out?
We have somewhere to be, don't we?
You do.
Yeah.
It seems to be petering out and being just more like mundane, like what are
Peter.
you gonna
Sorry.
do about the what are you gonna do about this and that? Yeah, I don't see any point in sticking around. Personally.
I
Alright.
finished the letter, so we're good to go whenever.
No, I'm not. Stop trying to sell me sandwiches.
Can't go?
No.
Okay,
I got a bad ad. I got a bad ad.
It's fine, I'll die now.
No, you're not a
dead.
sandwich.
It's me, Prees, I'm dead.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
Princess died.
As you all leave the greet and you hear, you know, more pedantic and boring questions, you cut through the Gigantoplex to the tavern that was mentioned earlier. Oh, I forgot all of this is still over here. I'll just like hold on here. Where's
What?
like the battle map I drew previously? What's the? You know what? We can theater the mind this. As you walk up to the tavern, Callahan said he'd meet you at to get the letter. You walk in and see it's a fairly rustic establishment, you know, where most places here have brass and metal. This place is a more wood and stone kind of theme. You see supporting beams in the corners of the place, you know, supporting with cobblestone stones. You see wooden tables and booths on the sides of the tavern. There's a bar in the top right corner, you know, a long bar, kind of taking up like almost a fourth of the place with how big it is, with multiple bartenders working the counter. Nobody's at the counter right now, as it is like midday. No one's drinking. There's like one guy there who looks like a barfly. You know, he's his hair's like all wet and kind of drooping down. He's a human, and his
Doggy?
yeah, he looks like he's been rained on, even though it's a bright sunny day out. And occasionally he'll like pick up this glass of whiskey he has that next to him, down it, and then put it back down on the table and just maintain the pose. He doesn't say anything as he sits at this bar stool looking down all sad, but he's just there, you know. There's a couple people here for the food, you know, a family in one of the booths. And you see at a back table a green dragonborn. His feet are up on the table, and he's twirling his gun just in the open. There's not many people around him, so no one's like panicking at this, but he's twirling the revolver in his hand as he's sitting there. You know, he's like, it's like on his finger, and he occasionally like smacks the backside of it to spin it around further, and you can hear him like laughing as he does this, like as he does this. He doesn't notice you all come in though.
That's not Grass Callahan.
What?
Question mark.
It is, as far as you can tell.
Oh, okay. Yeah, how do you think that's cool? He's going up.
Everybody
He's
following?
scampering.
Wait, so there's a guy sitting at the bar who looks like he's drenched with water?
Yes, it's a human.
He
You know,
looks
he's
a
got
little
black,
foggy.
long hair.
Can I make some sort of check to make sure I think I know what this might be. I think I know what you're getting at as a player. Or as a DM.
Go ahead. Yeah, make
Perhaps.
me a perception
It
check.
would be like an intelligence check or something like that.
Make me a make me an insight check to see if you could suss this out. What he's doing here.
Sus.
Shut up.
While he's doing that, can I shape water
17.
and like move the liquid off the dude? Looks
Dry
like he's
him
trying to-
out.
Dry
Dry
him
him
out.
out.
Yeah, you can do that.
I'm just gonna like pull the water from his clothes.
Damp might be his natural setting.
No matter how much water you pull off, he retains his wetness.
Okay.
There's just
He's just a
puddle on the
soggy
floor next
dude.
to him now.
Yeah, there's just a puddle on the floor from the water you tried to pull off.
I get similar to him when I
I
run.
rolled a 17 on my insight check, by the way.
You can tell something's off with the guy. You see, as he had put down that glass of whiskey, it is now completely full again, even though no bartender has, like, come over to refill him. In fact, all three of the bartenders are kind of just, like, chatting it up, waiting for their shifts to start or for something to do. This guy, though, continuously, like, downs the whiskey, puts it back on the table, and, like, retains this sogginess he has on him. There's something weird about this guy.
Can I make all the water that's on him green with shaped water because it's a cantrip? Because I can change the color of a water. So I want to see what happens if I make it all green.
You could... I didn't know you could do this.
I'm
While Sears is telling me what he's doing, I will allow this. He now has a kind of green tint to him as all of the water on him goes from being clear to green.
He's
I'm
like
gonna continue to
frothy.
move water off him. Will the water that he now produces stay green, or will it filter back to its original color?
It filters back to its original color, and you see bartenders are kind of like staring at you like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Sears, what were you gonna do?
I'm assuming this guy is Ganassi. That's
Um,
why, cause he's constantly wet.
too. What?
By all appearances, shut up. By all appearances, he looks human. You know, his skin's like a kind of it's light. You know, he's light skinned. He has this black hair. You know, his eyes though. You notice his eyes do have a kind of blue, like they're a shade of blue that humans' eyes don't usually get to, like a dark blue. I don't know. Can they get really dark? Point being,
Like
it's a color that doesn't look right to you.
All right.
Would I recognize him as a water genasi, being a Triton?
If he was one, he certainly doesn't look like one.
Okay.
Man, curse. It's crazy.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if I can figure anything out, like if there's magical going on?
Sure.
Yippee! 11.
You can't discern anything more other than it's weird that this guy's wet all the time.
I see.
Sears,
weird.
were
It's
you gonna do something?
No, I'm not gonna do anything.
Okay. Do you all just leave the mysteriously wet man alone?
I'm gonna take the water that he's producing and I'm gonna start like making like flying shapes around him, like circle around him with shaped water, like snowflakes and other shapes.
Give him like an aura of just water. You're just like fucking around with this is like
One of those things that they put in baby cradles.
You're giving him a fucking baby mobile above his head.
Yeah.
I assume you do this as you all go to walk over to Callahan, right?
Yes.
We all agree that that's where you're going.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Howdy's already scampering over.
You see, Adel, you're like half listening, casting the spell, like fucking around, using the infinite water he seems to be producing to like make these little shapes around his head. And you see as Callahan takes his feet off the table, stops his gun. He flicks it open and like spins the chamber a bit, pulling out he pulls out like a speed loader from his pocket, smacks it in, and then puts the chamber back into place, holstering his weapon, and he puts his elbow on the table and like puts it on his cheek and looks at all you and goes, "So, how'd it
Howdy.
go?" Yes, I know that's your name.
I was saying hello.
Oh,
Well, they gave us a letter to give to you.
right, as they were supposed to. May I see it?
I'll look to Priza.
I'll hand it over.
He takes the letter from you, and he goes and immediately opens it, and you notice an immediate look of confusion on his face, even before he's unfolded the paper and like read it, and he's just kind of stares at it for a moment, pulls
They said
out
to give this back.
he pulls out the letter. Remind me what it says again.
The letter was received. Underlined. The most basic ass answer, which could be aggressive, but also could be chill.
They swore at us a little
What did you
Yeah.
give them?
The letter.
The letter.
later.
A letter.
Were they supposed to die, or were they supposed to just explode?
You were supposed to give them the letter.
We
Under
did.
the guise did you tell them you were affiliated with me?
Yeah.
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 The letter I gave
didn't
you
tell us not to.
had an alarm on it that would notify Tertia Republic Rangers so that they could have gone in and gotten pertinent blueprints that were said to have been stolen. That was the point.
How you should have told us then. Well,
You-
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
no,
let me
you're
go and
bullshit.
tell you exactly what the letter's supposed. You would have opened it if I told you.
no, I knew it was an alarm spell. I actually cast magic on it to find out.
Did you at least like kill them or something? Because then at least I have some plausible deniability.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Roll all of
They,
you.
they,
All of
I'm not lying. I'm just gonna stay silent. I'm not gonna answer.
Okay, the three of you that just said that, roll me deception.
Which one's deception? Where is it? There it is. I found it. It's okay.
18. Yippee!
18, 13.
Oh, that's 4. 17.
You see as he just kind of puts his hand on his head, like rubs his snout, and goes, "Oh, okay. At least that's good. I'm sure no one's.
Thumbs up.
I'm sure as long as those blueprints aren't in the hands of the steam heads, things should be okay."
what are they blueprints of? I'm like a scientist, so I want to know. I'm curious.
They were blueprints that a weapons company I was working with were devising that we ultimately decided were too unethical, and at the time we were going to relay to the government that these blueprints existed and that they should be on the lookout. We saved the blueprints for an example for them. I don't often...
Why?
Well, so that they would know what this weapon is in case one of us betrayed the other and made copies and it got out there.
Why would you give a...
I don't think anything's on our hands in case anything happens.
Oh, no, it's actually much better you murdered them, because now it'll just seem like a random attack. Those blueprints will likely be recovered. I'm assuming there were Tertia Republic Rangers dispatched to the scene, right?
There are other, right? Yeah, but
Saw them
we got out of there before because we heard
Oh,
footsteps
okay,
going,
then.
and we just killed things.
Yeah, they should have gotten the blueprints, taken it to higher-ups, they would have realized what
Although,
it was, and
I
destroyed
don't
them.
think I saw any blueprints. So I think they
Well,
got through, like, they might have been passed on
that's-
before we got there.
That's what was supposed to have been in this. I would have assumed either the recipients would have given these to you under the assumption you were some kind of courier handing them payment for the blueprints, or they would have just taken it as a message to leave. They're unpredictable, the Steamheads. What I was going under the assumption of was that they would assume the letter is payment from their bosses, sent by incognito couriers, hand you the blueprints to take to what they would assume would be their bosses, which you would have instead bought back to me. I could have destroyed them. End of story. However,
That's
you killing
I'm
them.
saying there wasn't any blueprints in that place.
Well, right, they would have had it on them. They were relatively
Well,
small.
they didn't have any on them either. We checked their bodies. Well, the bodies we actually got rid of because we again the Rangers were coming at us and we just killed 3 people, but there weren't any blueprints in the house. So I think they might have been given to the higher ups before we got there.
Oh my fucking god! What?
We didn't do anything.
Do you want to know why we thought those blueprints would be unethical?
I don't really care why. I'm just saying that you should have told us the plan. Because we are
I'm
not
not gonna
followed for
tell
this.
4 people I just met a deep plan to get back. You would have stolen the blueprints for yourselves, sold them off for information. I didn't know what you were going
You
to
didn't
do.
have to tell us
Then
what
why
was
did
in
you
it.
trust
could've
us
just
to
been-
deliver a letter?
I didn't. I honestly thought you would have
You
just
had
gotten
it-
shot or killed.
You had
I
a
wanted
very
to see if you
delicate
could do
plan
it.
Of us getting the letter and bringing it back to you in the exact form, but you didn't tell us. We weren't expecting to look for blueprints. We just thought we had a letter to give to these people.
Right, the
They
letter
pulled
that
guns
would have
on us
had
and we killed them.
the letter that would have been holding the blueprints.
Okay, but also, we had killed them. And so, we hear Rangers coming up to behind us. We don't know they're on our side. We just killed some people and had to dispose of the body.
Okay. Look. If the Rangers got a hold of the blueprints, nothing's wrong, we're all okay, they'll be destroyed normally. If the Steamheads left with the blueprints, though, that would mean that they now have the blueprints to create a device that may or may not be an attachment that can work on weapons to drain the blood from victims in order to power them. And as you could probably guess, that's not a good thing you want to give to robots who run off liquid.
Not really, but
I
also...
could make that.
Yeah. Also, we're not
yeah.
at fault for if that happens.
Money. We were paid a lot of money by a robotics company before it went under.
A robotics company.
Speaking of money,
For something to...
I never promised
Buddy.
you payment for this. I promised you
You-
information.
Yeah.
Well, what's the information?
I'm debating on whether or not I should give it to you now that the fate of those blueprints are up in the air,
We did what we were told.
but I'm going to take you at face value and assume you killed them, as I mean, if Rangers were there and they took the blueprints, it's more than likely fine. Now, you all, hold on, give me a second. Give me just a moment, just one second. You all wanted to know where you could. Okay, shut up, college ad, shut up. Sorry, you all wanted to know where you could possibly find the last spark, right? That's what you're
Yes.
after. Well, truth be told, the reason I quit working for the TRR was in order to find this. I got bored of my duties. We live a little longer than humans. You surely understand where my boredom comes from. Well, I came across something strange in the ruins of the Storm Temple. That was where I thought to look after some time. Inside of the Storm Temple, deep within, further than any of the archaeologists could make it.
were you the guy who broke in and they couldn't find whoever went in there? Blink,
Disregarding the methods of how I got in, I found a door. It was magical in nature. I couldn't pierce it, and a confidant I had brought with me told me that, well, no magic could pierce it. It was ancient, and to dispel it would take years and not be worth it compared to an obvious method in order to unlock the door. The door had a lightning bolt-shaped keyhole, which was conducting tamed electricity. Not enough to even power something, but it was almost as if though it was looking for something. At least, we assumed it was tamed. It shocked us when we touched it. Give me but a moment. Behind the scenes little thing going on here as I leave something up to the power of chance. Oh, they were...
Yeah, you got it.
Out of character, can I bloodbend with shape water?
Not inside people's bodies. If the
Out
blood
of
is...
character, can I pee on the floor right now?
Okay, ew, what the fuck?
Out of
I
character,
don't
yeah.
know why. That was the first thing that came to my head. I don't know.
If the blood
Go
is
ahead, bro.
outside of their bodies, yes. If it is in their bodies, no.
Okay.
Callahan continues. I figured that if the last spark would be anywhere, it would be within a secret chamber underneath the Storm Temple. However, the problem being I couldn't get behind the door. So I did some digging into the other temples. It seemed so odd that, there's one ancient temple around the place and there's so many others lying around. This had to be some kind of connection. So, I went digging into the temples and found all of them had similar doors underneath. However, these doors weren't looking for something else. They were looking for keys. However, each one was strange. In one of them, it required some strange staff. Another, it required a rapier of some kind. Another, a mace. And finally, another staff for another temple. I couldn't make heads or tails of any of these things. But one stuck out to me. The rapier. I had to assume these were objects of great power that had been passed down for ages, maybe something that had been involved in a great achievement, something general. I went and tried a regular store-bought rapier, but that didn't work. Until I met my good friend who had recently been promoted to sheriff, Brock Oaktree, current sheriff of the Tertia Republic Rangers. Is a specific weapon that he likes to use, a rapier. I asked him about this after discovering the rapier key required to get into the temple, and he told me that the rapier he had was special, that it was passed down to him from, and I'm not mincing words here, 50 generations of people. 50. That's more than enough time for that rapier to have existed within the time of the last spark. The only conclusion I can come to is that his rapier is probably the way to opening that door. At least one of those doors. The other three doors, I have no idea what they could be. The staves were strange. I couldn't make heads or tails of what they could even be. There's no magical staves that originated in Tertia within recent history, nor any staves that have been documented currently roaming around. And a mace? Who uses a mace anymore, especially a mace with sharp points on the end of it? All you see nowadays are smooth maces for self-defense. Even then, who uses a staff for self-defense? Magical purposes, sure, but those practitioners aren't anywhere around here, and even then, we have guns. He kind of, motions to his revolver as he says this. The difficult part of opening this door is the fact we'd have to get his rapier somehow. thought about just up and asking him, but I would be asking a goody-two-shoes sheriff to break the law, come into a archaeological dig site with me in a very recent manner, that he'd been elected sheriff, and work off a hunch of an ex-Tertia Republic ranger that his sword might open a mystical door under a temple. You can understand why I might not have immediately tried to follow this lead up myself.
If only there are some people who'd be happy to go into a dungeon.
like, put like toys in its hat. Is it that?
I'm glad you're picking up what I'm putting down here.
I'm gonna have to beat him up.
Well,
I don't. Do we want to beat up the sheriff of a ranger force? I feel like that's a bad idea.
We don't have to beat him up.
bad idea on many levels, I would say.
We just take his rapier or borrow it or swap it around. I don't know.
You can't swap
I
this
guess.
rapier. But look,
Can we take it?
point being, we need his rapier to open up that door. How we get it? I wouldn't have a clue. I mean, barring...
If it's worth
Do you
showing off,
mind
it's worth
advertisement? I'm in the middle of a moment here. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry, the bot's getting annoying. You should shoot him.
Barring killing the sheriff of the Tertia Republic Rangers, we need his sword. Well,
Yeah.
this would be the part where I'd say, good luck with stealing a sheriff's weapon, but I have a request I'd like to make of you.
Do we have to deliver another letter?
No.
I'm
Actually,
gonna have to deliver another letter and kill another person.
no. I don't have any more busy work for you, but
Uh-huh.
I'd like to ask to join you. And before you go saying, oh, what do we need him for? Firstly, rude. Secondly, I do have my way around, my observation skills as well as my way around a gun. Thirdly, if I didn't go with you, I would just end up going for the sword myself and doing your job for you. Or, well, doing my job, getting the idea from you, taking the credit and the money and fame. So the way I see this is more of a shared transaction. You might lose a cut of the deal, but at the very least you don't lose all of it. He kind of just puts his hands together and tilts his head at you, kind of pressing his thumb into his bald hand as he waits for your response to this.
Well, I know it's time to get a dungeon, but I don't care about anything else. You guys decide.
I don't have any objections to you joining us. Your status as a ex-ranger would be very influential as well. Should we need any help in situations such as that? My question is, if we have one door that we know, or we have a very strong hunch of the key for, but we have no way to get the key, what if we try to find the other door's keys? And then if we find something similar to the sword that works as a key for the other doors, then we know for certain that sword is a key, and we won't be risking angering the head sheriff of a ranger force on a hunch.
That is a fine idea. I do appreciate that, but the problem is, I don't know where we're going to find any magical stabs or maces. I mean, well, okay, I might have an idea of someone to ask about that, but that would require a trip to, give me a second, because I've forgotten the name of my own city that I designed like a fucking idiot.
Amazing.
Hold on. That would require a trip to Artifacts, and it's a long way by airboat or by foot.
We have nothing
What?
but time.
Yeah. Yeah?
I suppose so.
I think, go with it. I mean, like,
Wait, if you said one of the keys for one of the doors seemed to be electricity,
The storm.
then would the spark potentially be the key for the door?
I don't know what could be better to hide within the temple than the spark itself. I mean, if the legends are true, it was the storm goddess herself who sealed it away. I'm assuming the key is some kind of hyperconductive material that needs to complete a circuit within the door in order to open it. I couldn't imagine it was the spark itself. No one knows what it looks like. No one even has anything close to a theory of what it could look like, but it seems sort of counterintuitive for the spark to be the key to the door. Just of my opinion, of course.
I wonder if my hand would work.
What if the ability to regain the electricity that was stolen was behind that door?
Well, that would be the last spark. I mean,
Well, we don't know what the last spark is. It could just be some spare mode of power. It could be some battery somewhere.
it could be, yes, but thousands of years of discoveries haven't found anything like that, and I think we would have noticed a battery with tamed electricity within it.
How much of this continent is fully explored?
Well, around here is mostly explored. We've found those ruins and have been digging down beneath. Past the border wall, there's not much but a dense land of, well, uninhabited land. It seems even the ancient people who were here had a problem with expanding into the further inlands. That's why the border wall was put up. We kept having monsters come around and try to cross the no man's land into our cities.
What if the spark is in the no man's land? Or behind that wall?
That I couldn't tell you. The best lead I have is that it's likely somewhere within this temple or these temples. I'm working off what I know here. We know about the same.
Okay.
oh, I am.
If we get the sword and we open the door, so we need to get the sword, we need to open the door. And then based off what's inside the door, we make up a plan on the fly.
Give me a second.
Yeah.
I mean, a working theory I have is that behind the door is a piece of the key. I mean, why have so many temples without a whole key to put up? Why have so many temples when you could just unlock one by going in? It's surely not the whole key behind one of those doors.
You said that one of these temples was dedicated to the storm goddess?
All of these temples are dedicated to different gods of, well, I shouldn't say ancient. They are ancient temples dedicated to the gods we know of right now.
So if the storm temple potentially holds the spark, what would the other temples potentially hold related to their own god?
Well, considering Brock Oaktree's rapier opens the light temple key, the light temple, the sun and moon temple have a staff, the chaos temple has a staff, and the shadow temple is the one with the mace. I don't know. Could be pieces of the key, could be some magical treasure unrelated to the key. I mean, again, I haven't gotten
okay
through
with that.
these. I haven't gotten through these doors, so I wouldn't know.
I say we get that sword, and I say we open the door.
Right then. I may have a good way we could try to steal it.
I do
Yeah.
think that eventually we should follow up on asking about a mace or staff.
Absolutely. We can go to Artifacts and ask my contact there whenever, but if you're dead bent on getting the sword, I do happen to know where Brock lives. and the fact that his sword never leaves his home.
Okay, so we can take it and
How far is his home from the temple?
Oh, it's a little ways into the no man's land. Brock has always been about living his life out in the no man's lands away from the government. I always thought that was silly. He does work for the government. Let me change the music. It doesn't need to be this intense. Hold on. Sorry about that.
yeah.
I did always think
So
that.
we need a way to stop him from noticing his sword is gone, or to prevent him from being able to do anything about it before we get it back to him, if we even are able to get it back to him.
I mean, all things considered, once the sword goes missing, it will be a, well, Tertia Republic Ranger outrage. They're all very tight-knit, you know. I'll probably be called, and if I don't respond or offer any words of, you know, encouragement, then, well, I'm gonna be under suspicion. Everybody will be at their throats if this sword that's been stolen right out from under the new sheriff's nose is just up and stolen. And, you know.
Now, this might sound very extreme, but there is a group of people that are being blamed for many things and are under the scrutiny of a lot of people that have been known to commit crimes.
Oh.
Now you mentioning that you are an ex-ranger and that if you not answering the call would put you under scrutiny, what if you went missing? You know, do like air quotes with his hands as he says missing.
He
And
just
we
wants to charge up a fist.
blamed a certain group of people that I will not say the name of, considering
You
I don't think it's
see,
needed.
you notice something, Adel, as you're, like, talking with him, and, like, probably, are you still messing with the eternally wet guys, like, infinite
Yes.
water? As you, like,
No,
you...
probably the shapes would probably have started forming into like evil robo people. Now that I'm talking about this,
Well, you see as he kind of, like, rubs his chin, you notice very subtly his green scales, like, where he rubs his fingers, begin to turn red as he rubs them, but then, like, when he takes his hand off, they turn back to green. Well, I am all for framing a currently active gang for a crime they didn't commit. Just puts more on the docker. Do any of you have objections to this? Kind of like looking at the whole table.
Did
Meh.
we all see the red scales?
Yeah, it was pretty visible, but Grass doesn't think you see. He just, you know.
Can I like tell from Cruiser Smart illusion magic, disguise self, basically?
Roll Arcana.
Okay. 26.
I think-
That's not 20 plus a 6.
oh my god!
Jesus. This is not magic. Whatever this is that's happening with his skin is biological.
Oh.
I mean, Otto would probably just assume it's like when you press it on your skin and it turns like white.
Yes, but this is him going from green to red.
I don't know, dragons.
True. Okay,
Can
fair
I
enough.
like
He's like one of those
Wait.
heat ups.
can I like do a history check to see if I remember anything like this?
Sure. And while you're doing that, I'll poke you, Sears. And do you want to do anything?
I am just taking everything in
Okay.
as I
just,
see it and hear it.
Just listening. All right. Frieza, that
And
is.
then, to continue this plan, what if we were to blame that group for the sword being stolen in the same way we blame you for going missing?
Well, you'd have to. Why did you DM me that, Panda?
Because I didn't want to interrupt you.
Okay, fair
That's
enough.
what I got for my role.
Well, they would likely find the. When I'm talking like they'll go feral over this, I mean they will. They'll start targeting the Steamheads far more. I mean, the Steamheads getting ballsy like this, that'd be a tipping of the iceberg. It's already a war zone every time the two interact. This would just cause the Tertia Rangers to just push in further. And already with Kennedy's whole speech about increasing their power and manpower in order to push back against the Steamheads. I mean, this would have to be something. If we didn't want to cause an all-out war for stealing this sword, we'd have to steal it and put it back quick. But framing the Steamheads isn't the worst idea. Like I said, blaming them is possible. And putting me going...
Starts raising his hand.
Yes.
Maybe when we're done with the sword, give it to you. And we're like, hey, we got the sword back from Steamheads. And also, you're here now. You know?
So you go missing and get kidnapped by the Steamheads, allegedly.
Yeah.
And then you reappear looking like you just escaped a prison with the sword that was also stolen.
Yeah.
Alright.
If you want me to, I can beat you up right before.
Trust me, I can do that myself.
Okay.
I've faked a beating or two every now and again. Don't worry.
Who doesn't?
I've read
Me? What?
his twice.
Usually you don't have to do that. It's not a normal activity.
Huh.
Slightly concerning, but anyhow, that is a fine plan. I could even kill a steamhead or two and cover myself in. Oh yes, this could work.
Just wait for it to rain.
What?
He said cover himself in oil.
I don't. Wouldn't the rain?
Step 1, cover yourself in oil.
Oh
2,
my
wait for it to rain.
Oh my.
Fly.
No. This could work. Okay. Problem is, though, I would like to accompany you into the dungeon, or whatever's down there.
Oh yeah, we do the whole thing after.
Well, we need the sword for the dungeon anyway.
Yeah, so we take the sword, we take you,
Mm-hmm.
we
And
do
then
the dungeon stuff.
me going along with you is how I go missing, and I suppose being in a dungeon
Yeah, it's because
or
we get like
temple-
an actor or whatever.
actor.
Attack.
What?
Oh,
Attack
oh,
or
attack. Oh,
whatever.
I see. I see. Okay,
Yeah.
right. So just to recap again.
Uh-huh.
We steal the sword. We then go into the temple, see if it unlocks it, and then when we return from underneath the temple,
Yeah.
I will then come back looking as if though I've been kidnapped by the Steamheads, killed
Yeah.
them, and took
Yeah.
back the sword in order to turn it.
Yeah.
Well, first we have to make it look like you were kidnapped in the first place.
Well, that won't be hard. My house looks like shit. We just
Oh,
break a
I also
window.
have an idea.
I'm gonna like point to the letter, click, and it reveals what it actually says.
I'll look at it again. That's what I actually sent back.
He put it face down on the table after you showed it to him, and he went.
Yeah, this is. There you go. It's magic. I've now made it say that it looks like it's a ransom note.
What
I used
did
magic to cover it up.
What did you tell him?
I basically say that
Well,
I now used magic to make it say something else. To say that, like, we got you, or whatever the fuck it says originally. I basically just dropped the spell, the illusory script.
Wait, you.
oh, but
Wait,
no,
so you're dropping the spell but pretending you're applying
Yeah,
it?
I'm dropping
Yeah.
the spell, but pretending I'm basically making it so it says the new thing.
He stares at you, Prisa, and goes, I'm sorry. Did you even see the people who were meant to get that letter? Did you just come back with a letter with a note written in it? Because I'm sorry.
We didn't see the letter. We were told not to look at it, so now you can see it.
Right, yes, but you were just using magic to conceal its contents
No.
from me.
No, it wasn't concealed, but now I've concealed it. So it looks like it's a ransom note from them.
He looks at it for a moment. He thinks about it for a second. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm not very well versed in this whole
Yeah, no, we
magic
didn't open
thing.
it on the way back.
You notice as he was like looking up to think about it, he had like a hand, like kind of how he was before when he left, like he was touching his gun with his thumb. He was like doing that when he was looking up with the other hand holding the letter. I'm sorry, I'm not very well versed in the whole magic thing. I was never a practitioner of it myself, but all right, yes, we could make the letter look like a ransom note, place it within my house, and
Yeah, look at it.
okay. What does it say? It's just
It says whatever it
it
originally
just it
said.
just says "Get fucked, Callahan."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate the thought, but I'm not sure "Get fucked, Callahan" exactly
It's
conveys.
by the writing and everything.
I mean,
And
I
if,
feel like
even if people use magic, it won't be detected.
Well, yes, but I'm not sure "Get fucked, Callahan" is going to exactly convey "We kidnapped Callahan. We want like money for him."
Yeah, actually, if we put too much, it may seem like it's saved. If we put something very simple, it might have seemed like you basically
Coming
opened it,
from-
and they used that to distract you and then kill you.
Coming from a ranger who's actually like seen kidnappings, they usually leave like a little bit of information saying we want 10 grand. Come to
Oh
this
no,
location.
you're not a hostage. They just kidnapped you because you were too strong or something. I don't know. Because you were not part
Oh,
of
to
the
just
team.
kill me.
Yeah. And so he saved you,
Okay, I suppose then this works.
and that's why
for-
you're all beat up. Why are they beat up a hostage?
Okay,
They were extracting information from him.
Yeah.
That makes a bit more sense.
that would make more sense. Okay.
So, how much do you care about the house you live in?
Terrifying sentence.
I haven't been there in 6 months.
how okay are you with ours?
No, I wasn't saying just that. I was gonna
Oh,
say
okay.
like explode the inside of it.
Whoa,
And then-
okay, I do have some valuables in that house.
We'll remove the valuables. First.
I guess I could take them with me, because it would fit the kidnapping story.
Yeah, they want all your money.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Remove the valuables.
Or, if we need to, we could say that once you got the letter, you took it as a threat and went to hide in a safe house. And then when you come back with the rapier, you could have said, "Yeah, I thought they were gonna get it, so I got it from you."
That would not work as well.
That wouldn't... I need
What
to
if I
be
die?
kidnapped. Die. What?
So,
What?
So, we're going to damage the inside of my house to make it look like I've been kidnapped. Place this letter here saying, "Get fucked, Callahan." And then we'll go unlock the dungeon. Whatever's down there.
Uh-huh.
Get whatever we need from in there. Whatever magical artifacts, treasures, anything we can grab. Get
Yeah.
back out. And then I mysteriously turn up, beaten up, with the rapier, and return it to Brock. And nothing goes wrong. Everything's fine, dandy. Because the rapier's been returned, I'm alive. It would make it so the steam heads aren't to blame, but I suppose then it's just a distraction. I would have liked if more of them died over this, but I suppose I can
well,
allow this to occur.
there's no saying that crusade on them stops after you get out.
I mean, it wouldn't. That's
We still
kind
haven't-
of their job. What were you gonna say?
We still haven't talked about the actual hard part of this. How
Which
are we
is
going
stealing
to
the
get his
rapier.
sword?
A fair point.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Well,
Well, I mean, if we stage the kidnapping and then make it look like a huge uprising of steamheads.
No. The point is, how do we get the sword out of Brock's house? We need to actually
Well, I'm-
steal that for this to work.
I know. So what I'm saying is we make enough commotion here to where he leaves his home.
He would take the sword with him. Brock, the reason I suggested his house is because Brock takes the sword everywhere he goes. He's technically not even allowed to use it, but he carries it with him simply because he can. He's not allowed to, like, face
easiest-
suspects with it.
The easiest thing we can do is kill him and
What?
take it.
That
Oh,
is the easiest one.
we are not murdering the recently appointed sheriff of the TRR, nor are we going to murder my friend.
Hold. Panda crashed.
Oh. Is that what that was? Oopsie. Damn. This is so sad that
We're on
Priza
hold right now. It's okay.
has disappeared out of existence.
I've never thought harder about plans in my life.
It's okay.
I love planning.
It's okay. We do a lot of planning, and it will still go wrong all the same.
Okay,
All
so
the time.
if
Probably
I,
going to murder this man for his sword.
if I kiss him on the mouth,
What? Your taste in men would be greatly criticized by me if you did that.
it would distract him.
He's a government official.
It will
Exactly.
distract him.
Why would you kiss a government official?
I'll wash out my mouth.
That's
I
for
promise.
me to do with the government. I mean, what? That's
Hello?
crazy. That's
That's
To be-
why you don't want to kill him.
to be clear, none of this is canon. I'm just fucking spitballing.
Okay, how about you kiss him on the mouth and
What?
we'll get the sword and then
No,
you can kiss him on the mouth.
We've
and we
been
can
like
go do the
childhood
stuff.
friends. I wasn't even talking about him, and I'm not kissing him on the mouth. That's strange.
Okay, you can kiss him on the cheek then, okay, hon?
I'm not kissing him. He'll be asleep. What?
It's like Sleeping Beauty, okay?
How
wanna
is
wake
it
him
like
up.
Sleeping Beauty? Exactly.
you're
Is
the
it that's
prince.
kind of against the point? Aren't we trying to, keep him asleep?
Yeah, if he wakes up, you can kiss him.
I think that would be scarier than coming into his house to murder him.
What if
You'd
Honestly,
be like, hey. What's
feel
his
like-
name again? I didn't get to write it down, by the way.
rock oak tree.
Brock
Yes.
Oak Tree?
Yes.
Like oats?
Yes.
Like the food?
Yes, like the grain.
Like the grain.
Hmm.
So if you're grass, and he's
We. Grass
he's,
is my first name. We are not related.
I know that. That's why I said for you to kiss him, because I know you're not related.
Oh my god.
Like, I'm just a kobold doing my best here.
What is
okay?
so strange about the name Grass? What I don't.
What is so strange about wanting to kiss?
Nothing is. He's just my friend, and it would be awkward and weird. You seem to have an infatuation with the fact my first name is Grass.
I mean, because it's grass. I mean, I get it.
Yes.
but
His
name is
it's- Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
and
my-
your name is Atul, 3 letters that make a made-up word that I don't even think you'd pronounce
not
that
made up.
way. And also Sears. I mean, what
Yeah,
do you
he sure
see?
is.
Sears is a normal name.
Would you
Sears is a
see
normal name.
multiple futures? I don't. It
What do
just
you
seems
see, man? Sorry.
okay. I do see
I-
men. I see
I
lots of them.
don't mess around with divination.
Well, your name is Sears, so you must be doing it. I don't know. It's just as silly as questioning my first name.
I never questioned your name. Why are you dragging me into this?
That's true.
Uh,
Why are you
All
dragging
bad.
Sears into this?
This is.
I have met some people with truly bizarre names in the past.
what if we... No,
and
hold on.
your name is not among them.
What if we what?
What if
I
we
got
were to use the steam heads to kidnap the sword? Or to take the sword? we form some sort of agreement with them and then betray them as we're taking the sword.
If you
Oh,
just
you make it
murdered
seem-
4 of them, I don't think they'd be too keen on that, especially if you.
But do
I
they
don't.
know that we murdered them?
Well,
How do they
they're-
know it was us?
well,
Exactly. Oh, we know. Could have been the Rangers.
but you.
Yeah, the Rangers were on the scene first.
Mm-hmm.
The Rangers would have likely responded to the sound of a fight and discovered dead bodies. That doesn't make them responsible.
But they were there.
They were there, yes. That doesn't mean they murdered them.
Well, do they know that we did it?
Rangers have specialized pistols with special bullets to
Do the
determine
robots
if a
know that we
ranger
did
has
it?
killed someone. Yes, they would know someone else
Why?
did it.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
they're-
we're just
Why?
here.
It's so cops can't murder people indiscriminately.
We're just here.
Firearms are
I don't like them. They're gross.
complicated.
Firearms are not that complicated. You load bullets into them, you shoot them, people die. It's really not that hard.
My rifle doesn't
Or-
accept normal bullets.
That's really weird. But look,
You
Fire.
stab them.
look, my point is, and we're getting back into canon territory now. My point is, we are not murdering my friend for this sword.
Yeah, we shouldn't murder him.
We can just go in and take it. He doesn't
Take it,
sleep with
yeah.
it. He puts it in a scabbard right by his bed every night.
If we, and now I'm gonna continue on this. If we use the steampunks to stage an attack on his house, that he will be or he will be dealing with them, and we are able to somehow take the sword from him, or we take the sword, stage the attack, and in confusion of battle, we sneak out.
I
and
hate
leave.
to be pedantic, but what do you think he's going to fight them with?
Well, we'll take the sword before we stage the attack.
Yeah.
And risk him dying.
Well, no.
No, we'll help. Okay, so
Well-
okay, hear me out, okay? Take the sword. We see that a robot got away with it, okay?
Uh-huh. Yes. I mean, just from what the sounds of what Adel is saying, it sounds like we're gonna send a hit squad into his house, take the sword, and then let
Sabotage
him
the hit squad. That'll sabotage the hit squad.
die. Wouldn't Brock
Secretly.
see us and know it was us?
Secretly. That's why the word secretly is there.
I feel it's more simple to just steal the sword
Uh-huh.
and then leave.
uh-huh.
So then the assumption can naturally form that a steamhead stole it, and the assumption will be given true when I return, having claimed to beaten up a bunch of steamheads and stolen the sword back while I did it.
What if he wakes up?
He's not going to. I don't think.
Heavy sleeper?
I have no... Why would I know that?
I don't know.
I mean, you're
maybe
friends
work
with him.
together.
I know my
don't-
friends are heavy sleepers.
Friends don't
I'd
tell
like-
each other things like that. We talk about our days and, like, our jobs.
You've never
Oh,
been to a
I thought-
sleepover with this man.
Yeah, I thought you guys
No.
were in that kind of like... That, like,
You're back.
you were both like soldiers and like
Well,
fighting together and like a bunk situation out in the field.
that is personal, and I'd like to not get into that.
It's okay. No, I'm not asking about your personal. I'm
But
just asking that if you've
we-
ever slept in the same area and if you found he was heavy
Are
sleeping. yeah.
both deserters from a foreign military who came to Tertia years ago to seek asylum, to which we built our new lives here. Does that answer your question?
No, because I'm asking if you just know if he's a heavy sleeper.
Oh my...
I could cast invisibility.
I wouldn't know that.
Why not?
Oh my god.
But okay, it's fine.
Oh,
Whatever.
okay.
So I cast invisibility. We get the smallest person here, and I'll point to my shoulder as I say that to
Right.
take it with invisibility,
Mm-hmm.
and then we book it as fast as we can.
I mean, that seems like the simplest solution here.
Yeah.
No.
Aren't there no man's
The
lands
sim-
for?
The simplest solution is to just kill him and take what we want.
We are not committing a murder.
I don't think we should yell that. I think that's a bad idea.
I feel like it'd be better if I said I'm not committing a murder. You see as he says this to you, the barkeeps are like looking at your table like weirdly, like what the fuck? They're all like staring at you. Like a couple of people are like nearby who've like sat down as you've come in are also like looking at you, but they look away quickly as soon as you look at them.
Howdy's tipping his hat.
We are not doing it. We are not killing him.
If we kill him, the person who would have the most stake in going against the steamheads for taking the sword is gone.
True. Well, no. I mean, if we still blamed the steamheads for it, it would just make them worse for murdering it. Look, other than my own personal reasons for not wanting to immediately murder a friend of mine, it's also highly inefficient for us to murder him because, well, if the steamheads aren't found to be to blame, who does that immediately get to? People who might have been at the scene, eyewitness accounts. If we are being hunted for murdering the sheriff of the TRR, that is a risk I do not want to take.
Uh-huh.
It is
Doesn't he live out in the boonies, basically? Didn't you just say?
Yes, but the boonies are filled with lots of people either hiding from the law or the government for whatever reason. People like these who have committed their crimes out in the no man's land where law is harder to be applied. The reason the TRR are out there is because, well, they patrol the area to protect civilians. It's a lawless land. They basically are vigilantes out there, stepping down to help someone who's getting attacked. That's why so many steamheads get murdered. The only reason the TRR would ever go out there would be if a criminal who committed a crime within the city escape to the no man's land. Since the crime would have happened within the city of the jurisdiction, then they go out. Excuse me. They go out to find them. But if we commit a murder of a ranger, even if things are lawless, that would be bringing everyone down onto us, and we'd just die. I mean, either that or get thrown in the Infina prison. I don't want to get thrown in there.
The what?
Infinite Prism?
Infina prison?
I zoned out. What the fuck's an infinite prism?
Infinite prison? You
That's-
you have that?
Have you-
But you think the
Have you
blood
all?
guns
I mean,
too
why
good?
do you think that the steamheads have to be killed?
I wanna
Have
go
you
to the
not
infinite
heard
prison.
of the infinite? We don't have the infrastructure to build an actual prison. It would be a waste of space. So we have the Infina prison.
So you put people in the Infina
Is
prison?
it just a bag of holding?
No,
kinda wanna
it's
go to the
it's a
Infinite Prison.
pocket dimension where time passes 10 times faster.
Oh, it's that episode of Black Mirror.
It's a pocket dimension where time passes 10 times. Why do you think so many criminals get out and they're really old? And it's
I
only
kind of
been
want to go
like,
to the infinite prism.
I mean,
I think like a day I'd be dead, but it would be funny.
it's basically when you get thrown in the Infinite Prison, you age rapidly and get a lot of memories that happen in the span of, I believe the scale is about, it's about an hour to a year. So spend an hour in there, you age a year.
Infina
The longest criminal sentence ever handed down, I believe, in the entire region of Tertia was, I believe it was 50 hours in the prison, in the Infinite Prison. The guy somehow lived. There have been larger sentences, but we don't count those because it's basically an execution.
Infina prison?
Yes, I've said this. This is what we use. I mean,
I kind of want to research it.
Out of character, I feel like Otto is definitely getting a worse and worse vibe about this government as it goes.
oh really? Just possibly?
1,000,000%.
Just possibly?
Because he didn't even grow up with this. He's a foreigner in these lands.
Sure.
Don't worry, Prisa also has the government. They tell him like just not to go to dungeon. They're like, no, fuck you.
No. Right. Point being,
The Infina prison? Yeah.
again, I'm not sure why you're all so shocked about this.
Howdy is just like in shock, looking down at the table, like, oh.
But right.
I think we need to get on the road if we're going to commit this plan.
Oh yes,
because
of course. We'll need to stake out his house, wait till nightfall, sneak in, and we can just yoink it, really.
You might want to have a little rest before that.
first we need to make it look like you got kidnapped.
Let's go to your house.
Yeah, let's go to your house.
Are you sure you want to go there? It's rather gross. You could just give me a bomb or something. I'll throw it in, run
Do
away.
you have like a couch I could take a nap on?
I do need to sleep as well. We need to rest.
It's
It's been a long day.
I mean, I suppose we could nap until nightfall, stage my kidnapping, then get to his house. It is a bit of a walk, but as long as we allow about 3 hours. What time is it? Oh, it's the afternoon. We could do this. We'd have to.
Yeah, if only
we'd
we
have
could
to-
Infina prison our way there.
I mean, it's a 3-hour walk to his house. It's pretty
to
deep.
his.
Brock's house.
Oh.
Really? That's not that far at all.
That's halfway into the no man's land.
That's like 3-hour walk is like 3 miles.
Well,
Yeah.
yes, but
I can go faster.
More like 6 miles.
it's still
Yeah.
a lot of time we have to account for.
I can make it in like an hour, probably.
We can...
You could make that walk in like an hour.
Yeah.
Not all of us could, I assume.
That's why I said I could.
Well, if you all are looking for a place to rest, I suppose if we're going to blow it up, my house would work. You see as he stands up from the table and, like, massages his gun with his thumb again as they stand up. He quickly stops doing this. And, like, you see as he, like, pushes his chair in, and he, like, begins to walk away from the table. You can hear him, like, whispering again, like, no, we're not. We are friends, son. Why are you like this?
What, son?
I'm not saying that. I'm not yelling that out loud. This is an out of character reaction.
I'm going, what, son?
Like, out loud, Frieza?
Yeah. Also, you didn't tell me what my 19 was, so I crashed.
Fuck, that's right. Yeah, you were... What were you trying
About
to
the
do?
scales. When you like touch the scales, I did a. I
Um,
basically wanted to like use a history check to see what I might know about it.
You don't know of any Dragonborns whose scales drastically change colors when they're touched. However, you do know sometimes when a changeling touches
I thought so. A
themselves,
changeling.
their features can shift and change occasionally when they touch themselves. However, you don't
fucking knew it.
remember it being that subtle. Like, a color change would indicate that if he is a changeling, he's either really experienced and can suppress these effects heavily, or it's just something else. But most likely, it's a changeling thing.
Because I'm part Fey, am I able to get a tool like a Fey vibe?
From him?
Yeah. 'cause
Roll me
changelings are
insight.
Fey.
Roll me insight.
17.
He has no Fey presence.
Ah, so he's a
The
bitch.
gun. This is the gun. I'm a present. You emphasized he.
But the gun does.
Well,
Anyways,
the gun
moving
has
on.
Fey presence.
There's a Fey presence about the gun. You sense something
Fucking stare at his
Fey
gun.
within the gun. Anyways, continuing
Just
on.
fucking stare at his gun.
He turns to, like,
Fey warlock.
acknowledge
Yeah.
what you've said, and he goes,
Hey, can I see your gun? Hey. Can I see your gun?
No.
I like that's like the panting.
Hey, can I
Reach
just
for the
a-
officer's weapon.
Can I? I'll do it in front of you, but can I see your gun? Can I just?
Are you still on my shoulder? Because I wouldn't be endorsing this. I feel like
I'm just like sitting on your shoulder, just like like
you're
a
doing
wide
the
eyed.
grabby hands.
No.
Yeah. Come on.
No,
I just want
I-
to see it for a little bit, just like in a
no.
few minutes.
No.
Why?
I am very personal about my gun, thank you.
You can hold it if you want. I just want
I
to
would
see the mechanisms.
I'd really rather not. You're being very strange about this.
Why? It's just a cool gun. I want to get technology. See if I can upgrade my weapon, my arm.
This is a standard revolver you can buy at a store. I just maintain.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is, buddy.
We should.
I don't think that is. I don't think that is, buddy.
If
I'm
you were,
watching. I'm like,
I think you need to like clasp your hand over your shoulder on Frieza, just like go rip him.
can I shape water like
Squish him.
a hand around him, like a hand made out of
Squish
water
him.
around him to try to hold him?
are you grabbing like water from the eternally drenched guy, bringing it over, and like?
Water I was still making shapes out of, and
Come on. I just want to see it. I want to see it. Can I touch it? I just want to touch it. I want to see it. Come on.
Grass like
Just-
blinks at you a couple times.
Just a little bit.
Look, are we going to go to my house and rest before we
I
steal
promise
this
I
sword?
won't tell anyone about it. Don't worry.
I
It's like look him in the eyes
No.
with a knowing look.
No.
I won't tell anyone about it.
Roll it up and bop him on the head.
Ah, yeah, you bitch.
Thank you.
Okay, fine. Everyone gets to know. He has a Fey energy from his weapon. And he just said something his son. He's a changeling, maybe. But not completely a changeling. Yeah, you should show me the gun, bitch. Do you want to show me the gun now?
I'm gonna fucking shoot you in a second if you clarify what the fuck you just said to me.
It's pretty simple, buddy. Listen,
go
let's do it
around.
again. I'm
gonna stand between the floating hand of water and grass with my arms extended.
No, I'm not gonna say it again. I don't want to. I don't want to get you in trouble. Because we're working together. I just want to see your gun.
I am carrying my firearm with a fucking license, thank you. There was no
Okay,
need to
that's
accuse
not
me
what I
of
asked
a
about.
presence within my weapon. You see as he says this, his gun starts rattling in its holster, like vibrating almost. He doesn't notice this, yes.
You really think it's a fucking normal gun?
Your gun
Hey
is
guys, I think we should get a move on.
Hey, I'm
all
gonna
have our
point at the
secrets.
gun.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna point at the gun with my finger. Zombie?
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast message on the gun.
I'd say, hey, bud, hey. I know you're real. I know you can talk. Come on, talk to me. Talk to me.
Oh no. Oh no.
All you can hear from the gun is just, it's not shouting it at you, but because you've cast message, it's just like, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it.
Please don't shoot me.
I look at the guy.
Grass is like confused and just like
Let's go
stuttering
to
at
your
this
home.
point.
Huh? Please don't shoot me. Let's go to your home. Please don't listen to it. Let's go home. Don't shoot me.
He just like blinks at you all,
Howdy's out the door.
turns
my head, my
around
hand.
and is just like, I live on the 9th floor on 10 Brass Apartments, room 905. I will meet you there. And walks out the door.
You live in the building we just came from. Why did you make us meet you here?
He hasn't been to his house in 6 months. He just said
That's
this.
still like a...
He's already gone. He doesn't hear you.
He's already gone. He like left in a hurry after all this.
Why did you antagonize him? Why did you do that?
He's like I'm panting and sweating slightly. Like wipe some like saliva out off their mouth.
Shiny keys.
Shiny keys.
I want to see the gun. I want to.
Offices.
Let's start walking. I'll tell you on the way. Yes. I want to see the gun.
Sorry, all I could imagine while like Prizo was freaking out and wanting to see the gun is like the fucking meme of like using the dino grabber to take an officer's gun.
Listen, I have
Yes.
mage hand. I could have.
The ex cop's gun, just like, oh, I want it, I want it.
Not mage hand, the officer's gun.
I'm gonna mage hand the officer.
Mage hand, the officer's gun. So you're all walking to
Okay,
the apartments and like talking, right? I'll just like put
Yeah.
you on the road.
I do want to talk.
Yeah, go on.
I want to.
I want you to stop talking about stop antagonizing the apparently sentient gun.
Okay, so you know when he like put his like finger against his scales and he went red?
Yes, they're opposite colors. It's easy to tell.
No, he's a changeling. Maybe, I don't know. He's not a changeling. He's not Fey. I don't know what he is, but his gun is a Fey. So I think his Fey might make him a changeling, and like it disguises him.
I just put it all together. What the fuck it is? Okay, cool. The outer character. Hi.
Yeah. So, the gun is not his. I think he said about his son. So I think his son might be the gun, or something like that. I don't know. But he can talk to the gun. I used a message on the gun, and the gun said, "Shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it." I'm like, "No, shoot me, please, don't shoot me." The gun is sentient, and it's a Fey creature. It has Fey energy. I'm a Fey as well. Hi, I'm a Quickling. Yeah,
I noticed the quickling part.
yeah. I'm fast. But that gun is sentient. Might be his son. I don't know.
Now hold on.
Gives him like
My-
disguise.
Let's all hold on. Let's not ramble. My question is, why does it matter if he's agreeing to accompany us and be our companion? I don't think it matters all that much what his personal life with his gun is.
Oh, I did not give a shit about that. I want him to join us as anyway. I'm a tech nut. I'm a tech thing. I want to see the gun. I want to study it. I want to know
No,
if I
it's
get
not really a gun if it's sentient.
Oh yeah, I want to see it. I want to see if I can infuse my arm with sentience. Make it like walk around. That'd be so cool.
You're a little freak.
Yeah,
I'm going to have.
and I'm like technically 7, but that's middle age for me.
What'd you say, Sears?
I'm going to have to agree with you. You're insane.
Yeah,
You were
that
acting
wasn't
a
part of the
little bit
questions.
silly. You were acting a little silly.
Your questions were not, "Are you insane?" It was, I can't remember anymore. But there was nothing about that. You guys probably on. Did you really expect someone to just appear on the seat to be a normal person?
No.
I just.
Wrong with your
I
mic,
want
man?
technology. I wanna upgrade my weapon.
Yeah.
Can I see your gun? Show me the gun. Show me the gun.
Oh,
show me the gun.
I
Grab your
don't think
hands.
I don't think I could take it out here because it's a rifle.
Oh,
So
okay.
I don't think it's
I can
legal.
wait. I can wait. I can wait.
You okay, bud?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm great.
Stop.
Alright.
Can I take part of the water and make like a jingly key shape out of it and shake it in front
Yeah,
of
you
people?
like
You're not a fucking child.
you.
I just like look at you in the eyes, completely now, not at all like panting, whatever, just like dead glare.
Completely fine. I'm not a fucking child.
Jingle, jingle,
Sorry.
jingle,
It doesn't work.
jingle, jingle.
Oh,
I feel like it did work.
That doesn't.
You've calmed down.
Okay, then what did it do right now?
I still want to see your gun. I want to see your gun.
Jingle, jingle, jingle,
It doesn't matter to me.
jingle, jingle, jingle. It's a magical key.
It's not.
It's made out of water. Yeah, it's
It's
made
a
of
magical
water.
water.
Okay. I like technology.
Thumbs up.
I know magic.
It has electrolytes.
I have.
No!
It doesn't. I think that was on a guy. I don't think I want to drink the guy water.
You should.
No.
Here, Ace, aren't you a scientist?
I jump up like
Trying to lick it.
You
What does
should bring
the
water
guy
down.
water taste like, zombie?
It
What does
tastes
the guy water taste like?
really slimy. Like it's
Ooh.
viscous. It's water, but it's really viscous. You could take a bite out of it.
Oh, crunchy
It's
water.
like it's like on the floor rolling around.
I'll pick it up. I'm picking them up.
Disgusting. Ew, it's like slimy and wet and like but solid.
Yeah, it's water.
It's not water, I don't think.
Water.
Okay.
It's water based.
If you get the shits, I can't help you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm fine now. I still want to see the guns.
Yeah.
As-
Let's.
Oh, go on.
No, it's nothing.
Okay. As you all make your way up to Ten Brass, walking through the queue again, the lady recognizes you from before and waves you on in as you walk up the stairs. You come across the 7th floor, and you see there is tape around the door that you tried to, or sorry, there is tape around the door where clearly an investigation is going on with all of the murders, quote unquote, of the Rangers, of the Steamheads, sorry, that happened there. And you see, as you're walking by, a dark-skinned, black-haired man with a mustache wearing a TRR Ranger uniform with a rapier on his side, who you now know to be Brock Oaktree, who you saw initially coming to the scene. It's been about, 2 hours since this has occurred, and he seems to be alone. He opens the door, steps over the tape in front of the door, and closes it behind him, walking in. You don't get a good look at the rapier or anything else about him as you make your way up to that floor. Do any of you do anything, seeing him go in?
It's one more body to a murder scene.
Right?
We need that sword.
I'm good. Let's keep going up.
Also, going in there would reveal that it's not actually a murder scene, which would not be good.
No,
Hey,
I
we
said,
hit the
I
body,
said,
it's
I,
fine.
yeah, I was gonna say,
We took care of him.
Riza said,
I'm
took some
going
bodies.
to I'm going to like really take in all of the features of that sword on his hip as best as I can as we're walking past.
As you walk past, you notice that his sword has like these vine and this like vine theme on it. Even the blade has these golden inscriptions of vines crawling up the blade. And the hilt itself, which you get a quick glimpse of, looks to be a design of like a lattice of sorts, but misshapen and turned into these this vine pattern made of silver. And the handle is this nice spruce one with a iron pommel at the end of it. It's a very elegant sword, and it stands out. It's clearly not just any smithed rapier you'd find at a local blacksmith shop made of iron with an oak handle. This is a special rapier that you see as he walks into the door.
There you go.
I like
I got
swords.
it.
It's out of character. Oh, sorry.
No,
It's
it's
okay.
cool, man. I got my eyes on it. I know what it looks like.
I see it with my big old eyes.
Yeah.
Do you all do anything about this now that you've seen him, or do you keep going up to 905?
We'll keep going up.
I think it's just good to know.
Frieza, Sears.
I've climbed on someone's shoulder, whoever will let me.
Yeah.
Howdy, Frieza. Become almost half of a person when stacked.
Wow. Sears, you okay to just keep going up the stairs?
Like at 8 inches.
Yeah.
As you all make your way up the stairs to the 9th floor, down to 905, you come up to the door. The door looks like it hasn't been cleaned. Where most other people have like, you see even on some doors there seems to be like what are children's stickers placed on the front of the door. Seemingly the building doesn't care too much about this, or even they've been like waxed, wiped down. This door is very dusty, clearly has like a layer of dust on the outside of it, and you could see a little pinned notice on the door saying "rent late" on it. Not eviction, just rent late. And there's like a written letter from the building manager stating, "Hey, Mr. Callahan, you know, you're like 4 days late on your rent. Please pay us. Pretty please, thank you."
Please. Uh-huh. That's neat.
Do you not?
That's so relatable.
4 whole days.
I'm gonna try to open. Howdy's gonna try to open the door.
Yeah, I don't want to even knock. I'm gonna try and open the door.
Yeah.
You find it locked, and you hear from within the house. You hear coming, and you hear the footsteps of Callahan walking up to the door. You see the peephole on the door. You can kind of see the light darken from it as he looks through, and you hear the door unlock, and he holds it open and is like, and you know, steps to the side. You notice he still has his gun on him, despite the fact that he's sort of taken off the brown overcoat he's had on from this time, and you know his and he's got on this like white tank top instead. Still wearing gloves though.
Frieza's looking just directly at the gun the entire time.
Water keys. Shiny keys.
They're not gonna distract me.
Well, then stop getting distracted by the pistol.
I'm not.
I'm inviting you
no,
all
I'm gonna look
to
it up.
my home. You're allowed to come.
Howdy's walking in, baby.
Okay.
I entirely, like, if Hattie goes past the guy, just totally like turns on the back, like looking backwards now to watch the gun. He's just fully focused on the gun.
Howdy's trying to find like a couch or something.
Forgive me if I mute.
Is it time for you to walk your dog?
No, I don't have to do that. It is something else. But it seems like it's dying down. Howdy, as you walk in, you do see a really gross couch, one that clearly hasn't been cleaned in a while. In fact, Callahan's whole house doesn't look very well kept. There's trash on the floor, some of it seemingly from him, others not so much. The thing that strikes you as odd is what look to be bullet casings with no evidence of like shots being fired into the walls or anywhere around his home. Like there's no bullet holes in the wall or anything, but there are bullet casings on the ground. Sorry. Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Man, this place sucks.
His kind of living room is also really musty and gross, you know. Like the floors clearly, they're carpet floors. They clearly haven't been vacuumed or anything. I'm sorry, y'all.
You're okay. You are A-OK Zimble Zombie.
Roleplay time. Breeze is still looking at the gun.
Of course, Breeze is still working with
You
the
see,
gun.
he kind of has like a kitchenette in the corner of his room, you know, with where he's like, you know, he's cooking something. It's probably some kind of soup. You can't really tell. There's a pot on the stove that's currently on. He's got like a little bar kind of stool thing there, except it's, you know, a kitchen. There's like stools at the counter for you to sit at, and there's a door kind of like in the it's on the back wall in the center where it would go to his bedroom. Compared to the other apartment, which was just one room, it seems he kind of lives in a kind of higher area on the floor. It's almost like because it's a higher floor, it's like a higher class apartment. So it has two rooms and this kind of layout to it. It's gross. It's musty. The counter's even cracked. It's a like granite counter, and it's somehow got cracked. Everyone, make me a perception check if you look at the crack.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm looking at the gun.
I
Okay.
am not cracked at perception checks, unfortunately.
2 whole perception.
Where's the red roll go? There it is.
Perception. I spell it wrong every time. 16.
That's
16.
so real.
We got a 13.
Perception. Oh, plus
13 from Adel.
13.
1
Hey.
dirty 20. All of you can notice it looks as if though someone's head was slammed into the counter and it like cracked it. Not as if though their like head was slammed on top of it or like into the side of it. It looks as if someone like slipped, smacked their head on the counter and cracked it that way.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't sound very fun.
Not really.
Concussion.
Grass doesn't really like say much as you all come in. You know, he like shuts the door behind you and goes back into the kitchen to just stirring his whatever he's making, and he turns to all of you, just says, make yourself at home. There's interesting things to read if you feel so inclined. I'm pretty sure the television isn't working at the moment. We're past broadcasting hours. It's expensive to do anything.
The Sears goes over to the television and like just curiously inspects it.
The TVs in this universe, since there's no electricity, run off magic. It's this black box with like an empty space in the middle, and you see if you attempt to turn it on, like a magical little hologram almost kind of pops up stating, broadcasting hours have ended, please come back tomorrow at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. But it's like this black box with these kind of circles on the side of it, clearly magic circles that act almost as if though they're like connectors to whatever magical station or pylon is currently connecting it. You notice that 2 of them are like missing lines, as if though they were purposely incomplete. And you notice there's only 1 complete circle. You can discern that these circles are like how you pay for channels. Like if you pay for a TV with complete circles, you'll get more channels. And Callahan only has the 1, meaning he only gets 1 channel, which unfortunately turns off midday. It looks as if though you pay for morning, afternoon, and night kind of showings, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. I love the lore.
But yeah,
Yeah.
he stirs the pot. You're all probably just like hanging around his apartment, right?
Yeah, Howdy just kind of like brushes the couch. He's just like, and then he sits down. And he's just like, wow, it's crazy.
He places he like finishes as you all are hanging around. He like stirs up this pot and he like places it on the table with like a stack of bowls. It's this kind of red liquid with some basil and whatnot like put into it. It's tomato soup, and he says as such as he goes, if you're hungry, I made tomato soup. I'm going to sleep in my bedroom. There needs to be an alarm here. He kind of like twiddles his thumbs for a second. You all wouldn't know how to set a magical alarm, would you?
Give me a second.
I think track how fuck wizards work.
No.
No.
Hold on.
No, I'd have to have sent a scroll of alarm and then copied it into my book.
I could attempt to try to makeshift one.
Go on.
Okay, so I have a bunch of rope, and I have tinderbox, and I also have the ability to make. I have the ability to freeze things. I can.
Like it if we didn't set my house on fire. I can. I was going.
Are you by any chance a wizard? Just making sure, just in case.
No.
You said
Are you able-
earlier you
okay.
didn't know anything about magic.
So you can write down the spell. Dang it.
No, I cannot. I may have a
Wait.
spare in my room.
Wait, how do artificers work? Wait.
my
I forgot
God.
the double class.
What were you gonna say, Adel? I think.
So wait, hold on. The artificer thing later. So
Hey, ignore me.
there's a window in this apartment, right?
Yeah, it's like on the right side of the. Or no, it's in. There are windows in this apartment, but since he's like in the middle of the kind of complex, they're in his room on the back wall. So you can't see them. They're not visible.
Okay. I was gonna take a mirror that I have and like set it up
Oh.
so the sun would reflect in like a certain area.
Okay. You
Okay.
see as he just groans and kind of like rubs his head and goes, you know what? It's fine. I can just go set one up manually in my room. We're all going to rest for about 6 hours, and then, from my understanding, when we leave, we'll make my home look as if though I was kidnapped from it, and then start the walk to Oak Trees.
Is it gonna count as a long rest?
Yes.
Okay, amazing.
Okay. Also, artificer question.
Mm-hmm.
So, out of character for the artificer, we're trying
Hi.
to steal a magic item.
Mm-hmm.
And I know artificers have a thing where they can duplicate magic items, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it's an infusion, so yes, I could duplicate it. Well, actually, let me check.
You're using
Because you're
both
lucky
your-
that I do have two, but I'm not really using the rope of climbing, so I could just get rid of it and redo it.
Wouldn't it take you an hour though to do that?
It would
You'd
take
have
me a
to-
long rest. At the end of a long rest, yeah.
But you need the sword, is the thing.
Yeah.
We could just ask him if we were to like this is in character. If you're able to replace the magic item, we could just ask him to duplicate the magic item because we're doing something with it.
It may
You-
be because it's a unique magical effect, like aura or something like that.
It
Yeah, we
would-
could make the sword.
You all
would
realize
be-
that you would be a bunch of civilians walking up to a officer of the law, asking them.
If only we had one of
"Hey,
his friends
can-
to
And
ask.
if we had one of his friends to help.
He's not gonna give me that sword. He wouldn't even give that sword to his mom.
So it's up
She
to
asked
so about this about the magic item replication.
Mm-hmm.
The words say, a table. So it's the table. Alternatively, you can choose the magic item from among the common magic items in the game, not including potions or scrolls. Although it says using infusion, you can replicate a particular magic item.
I
Even
think-
though it's-
I think it's not. I think it's not duplicate. It's replicate. So
yeah,
like,
it's replicate, not
so you
duplicate.
can't
Oh, okay.
duplicate it.
Yeah.
He won't let go of that sword for anyone. It's like one of the touchy things. He's way too attached to it to let me take it off him. It wouldn't work, okay? And even then, I don't even think magic like that is possible. You'd be putting an illusion up in his house, kind of ruining the whole point of the plan. I, would assume.
Yeah, I mean, okay. It was an idea.
A
I do
decent
think
one.
sleep does sound very nice right
It
now.
depends what it is. It depends what type of infusion or magic is on it.
How are we going to make my house look kidnapped, though, before I hit the head? Hit the head? The head? I don't know.
The head is using the toilet.
Oh.
If you didn't know.
I didn't.
So we kick down your door from the outside.
Okay.
And turn it.
Won't people hear this?
We don't have to do it. Well, we might want people to do this. How long is your rope?
Oh, me, that's me. Hi, give me a second.
You just go look it up because I haven't used it yet.
We are,
60 foot.
60 foot.
we are 9 stories up. You
That
are,
is more than 60 feet.
you'd still have a
don't have-
30-foot drop to account for. But I may be able to offset that with a bit of rope I have lying around. Give me a moment. You see,
If we do it in the morning, well, actually, if we do it now, I Featherfall.
Yeah. There you go.
oh,
We could jump out the building.
I have
Under the
Thunderclap as a
under-
cantrip that can, like, sound
Under the
break
cover
glass.
of darkness, we turn the place. We jump out the window and we feather fall to the room.
sounds like a solid plan. Now, before I go to bed,
We want people to think that something happened.
yes. Now, before I go to bed, and before we all go to bed, would anyone like to ask any more stupid questions?
I put my hand up.
Anyone else?
I put both hands up.
He's still like scanning the room, waiting for anyone else.
I jump a bit, like,
Hi, hi, hi.
He's like completely
good.
ignoring you at this point.
What time of day is it right now? Is it still like the
It's-
sun is still up?
The sun's like still up. It's about the afternoon. The only reason he's suggesting sleeping now is because by the time you will wake up, it will be nighttime, and he's also accounting for extra time you'll need to walk to Brock's house.
Because
Which
we're
is
gonna
a-
do it in the cover of darkness.
Yeah, yeah. So you're sleeping midday, so that when you wake up, it is dark.
All right, cool.
Just so you know, I could do the alarm in the morning if it's needed, but not tonight.
He still like scans the room a bit as you raise your hands. Watch.
I take off my pack. I sit down. I start taking off my armor.
Get,
Can I?
If your question is can you see the gun and not an actual question about anything else, no.
What if it's a question about the gun? Now we're in a private place.
If the question is can I see the gun, it is no.
No, it's not.
We'll then say it. That was kind
Okay, so, why is your gun a Fey and it talks to you? And why are you kind of like a changeling but not?
If you must know, firstly, about the second thing, rude. I was born
I-
like this. Thank you.
That's all I need to know. Thank you.
And secondly, if you must know, she is my wife.
Who's your son then?
That's her name.
Huh. S-O-N or S-U-N?
S-U-N.
Ah,
Son.
ah,
That makes more
cool.
sense.
Yeah, that does make more
Why was she telling to shoot me?
Well, you were outing us in a public place, very loudly accusing me of being some kind of fey creature. I feel like that's a reasonable response.
Well, I in fact said if you let me see it, I wouldn't say anything.
He like looks to his holster for a minute.
You were blackmailing.
Probably.
Well, you took the words out of my mouth, yes, but Sun also would like to say she's saving every one of her chambers for you, and you specifically when she gets the chance. Anyhow, good night.
You can try.
No more questions. I will try, and you do not want me to. Anyways, good night.
You have to
No
catch me
more
first.
stupid questions. And with that, he opens his door and shuts it after just casually saying he's married to his gun.
That's not the weirdest thing I've heard.
He's very nonchalant about this. Like, yeah, married to his gun. It's
I
okay.
don't. Like 120 in frightened years from an ancient under the sea empire. I don't think this would be that weird.
Things are much better now. It's weather.
You all
Thank
like
you.
get ready for bed at this point, right? You know, get ready to rest for the day coming, or
Yeah.
the night
Yeah.
coming up. If
I'm
you
ready to rest for the next 4 hours and get a short rest.
will. Shoot.
Fraser puts on like with one of those comically large cartoon like sleeping caps.
Okay, good.
It,
You
like,
know how
it covers
dolphins
everything but your mouth.
No, the ears pop out.
Oh, okay, okay.
There you go.
Now,
You know how like dolphins sleep with their eyes open, like standing up almost?
oh god, they do?
Yeah, they
know.
basically have it so.
I wasn't aware
so,
that.
hey,
dolphins
it's me.
stand
Fact.
up.
They don't stand up, yeah. But
Whatever,
basically,
stand
they
up.
are awake while sleeping. They turn off one side of their brain while sleeping until they're like half slept, and then they turn the other one off and have the other one on, so they're permanently awake while sleeping.
Oh, that's horrifying.
Yeah.
Otto would do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyhow, it is close to nighttime, and I do want to ask, as you all are sleeping, some of you are probably of the creature that will wake up early, right? Is it just Sears?
I'm an elf.
Yes. Does anyone else sleep shorter than 8 hours?
No.
No.
Oh, do the rest of you all need 8 hours of sleep?
I
Yeah.
will check. I don't know if Tritons do that.
I think they get 8 hours of sleep. Just
I'm pretty
check
sure it's
every
like just
race.
like an elf thing.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything different. So.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
So then this is just a question for Sears. Sears, everyone else in the room is currently going to be asleep for another 8 hours. Before I cut the session off. Before I cut
4
the
hours.
session off here, in what as you all are going to wake up at the start of next session, is there anything you do in the night while everybody's sleeping, or do you
I will once I awaken from my trance.
mhm.
I quietly pull out my small shrine that I have to my gods, and I pray to them, and I work out.
Of course.
I do sit-ups and push-ups.
Hold. If I had some workout music, I'd play it. Yeah, you spend the rest of the night. There's like all of you in your dreams can hear like a faint.
No. You hear the faint, like, deep breaths of heavy exercise.
Okay. To Sears, all in your head is like hearing the, but everybody else in your
No,
dreams.
not even. It's dead silence.
Dead.
Dead
Not even like
silence.
any workout music in your head.
Nope.
Just.
There's dead silence. Just like the.
Someone's gonna like wake up and see you doing this. And be like,
Yeah, I was gonna say, Priza wakes up. What the f- He's gonna like basically just pull out a random rock out of the bag. Just put
you
a
see
screwdriver in it. Oh, yeah.
You see him. He doesn't have a shirt on.
Oh.
He's just wearing his pants.
oh god.
I do have at least one of my
Long
eyes open
black hair.
at the time.
Long black hair, and he's covered in scars. And you see. Do you have dark vision?
Yeah.
I have Devil's Sight, so very good dark vision.
So you'd see the self-flagellation scars on his back.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm not-
like
I don't-
looks
I don't
looks at, like
judge.
looks like a kind of like a watch or whatever. Just like, no, not yet. He's gonna take a rock out the bag, put like a screwdriver and kind of like scrape out something, tap it in, just starts playing like white noise and puts it next to them, fall back to sleep. Using infused item or magical tinkering. I mean,
Oh,
There you
lovely.
go.
Howdy does move around incredibly in his sleep. Every like 5 minutes,
So-
if you
so
look
wait,
back
wait,
to him,
okay.
he's just in a different position.
There's only one couch, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm just sleeping
Standing.
on the floor, just like spread out starfish.
so is Adel, are you just like standing in the corner sleeping with like one eye
Arms
open?
arms over my chest, crossed like a vampire in a coffin.
Standing up in the
Jesus.
corner. See, I more
Like, I'll wait
imagine
for the Dragonborn to wake up and see this.
shirtless elf man with scars all over him working out. Little fucking raccoon thing on the floor with the white noise rock. Sprawled out kobold on the couch, and like the sleep paralysis vampire fish demon in the corner with like one eye open, just standing there. Doesn't even look like they've gone to sleep. Just like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
No. You guys have seen the what is it? I Am Legend with
No,
Will Smith.
I haven't seen that movie.
No? So the vampires that they have in that
Oh my
movie are
God.
like during the day they stand up huddled together sleeping, but they're like shaking a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh, you know what I would probably do?
Addel's doing?
Otto would probably sleep talk in Abyssal.
Oh no!
Just try and speak Abyssal.
The fucking the giant vampire fish demon in the corner, occasionally muttering abyssal words, incomprehensible to mortal tongue. Just like
I take 10 minutes to ritual cast and comprehend languages, so I'm like, what the fuck is he saying?
in your sleep.
Yeah, in the sleep, it's like kind of like flaps around and like after 10 minutes, press like a small button on the hat
It's
and like it's an
Adel-
auto translator.
Adel, are you like saying anything important in abyssal, or are you just saying like
No.
bagel in abyssal or something?
I'm like, I'd probably be like unconsciously reciting a fishing story.
You're unconsciously reciting like your version of Moby Dick in abyssal.
Basically, right?
There once was a white wet. I don't know how
White
But
Moby.
it's just an Abyssal.
I don't know how Moby Dick goes, but as you all
So
sleep,
there's a character named Ishmael.
That is what a thumbnail to a video.
as you all go to bed and you you sleep, getting ready for the next day, ready for the heist and the eventual dungeon delving you're probably going to get into just after stealing this sword. I'm gonna cut this session off here. I hope you all had fun. A lot of role play this session, which I think was pretty epic. I Am Legend was from 2007.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was
great
2
movie.
years after I was born. No wonder I didn't see that.
Jesus.
Wow.
But like I said, we'll cut the session off here. I hope you all had fun. I hope you all enjoyed.
One small thing, if possible.
Yeah.
Which one fucking is it? Because I have the right tools for the job. Wow, fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah. Fucking, in the more like an hour before everyone else wakes up, because I can use this as part of a long rest or whatever.
Mhm.
You see, like, making basically a spatula, a spoon. I'm gonna be making cook's tools
I
or cook's
flo-
utensils.
I flung awake in the middle of the night and I began inventing tools.
You know, okay, yeah. Rizra is still asleep, just sits up completely straight and just starts chiseling out like metal.
Oh my God.
Like a filing thing.
See, all I
to make,
can
like, a
think of,
spatula.
all I can think of is that one fucking tweet where it's like, I flung awake in the middle of the night and I began inventing machines.
Yeah, no, it's like 1 hour of uninterrupted word, which can coincide with a short rest or long rest. But basically, I just magically create one set of artisan's tools
Yippee!
within 5 feet of me. So I'm just making this stuff.
Just
for
making.
cook's tools.
Again, it's gonna be wild when Grass wakes up to the little raccoon who's made like an entire set of cutlery on the floor. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah, I had.
No, by the time that everybody's awake, like at like 7.5 hours, he will have been like cleaned up.
Mhm.
He'll be fully armored and yeah,
ready to go.
motorcycle.
But yeah,
You
we'll
will need a way
there's something.
Poudio.
But yeah, we'll start next session with the beginning of your heist, beginning of your journey. But with that, I am going to find someone to raid, and we're gonna end the session for tonight. I hope you all had fun. Who do we raid? Do any of you guys have any suggestions? I never have any good ones.
have a look.
Check Twitch.
I
Yeah,
am, but
Let's look at
send
Twitch.
all 4 people watching the games done quick.
game's done. Oh, wait, are they live right now?
Yeah, SGDQ starts next week.
Oh shit! Hell yeah!
I could send you all to Charborg or like
Scott Falco's streaming.
We could send to Zombie the Third.
We are not going to discuss my hatred for
Sneak
Scott
Snag
Falco.
is streaming. Alfred streaming. Connor Eats Pants is streaming.
Probably not Sneak. He's reacting to the presidential debate.
Oh,
That's kinda funny.
now I'm
a little
absolutely
funny.
sending you all there. You all, Joe Biden, stop giving me ads for your money, Joe Biden. He keeps coming on. He keeps coming onto my YouTube ads and being like, I need money from you. I'm gonna do nothing with it, even if I get reelected president.
This guy, it's RMR has 8 viewers.
Oh, okay, yeah, we can raid someone's. Can you put their name in the chat?
Yeah, sure.
And I
I'll
can
send you the link to their copy, and I'll send it to you specifically.
Okay, boys.
How much fun will you get from one chicken spit by Vanza?
What?
I
What?
don't know. I just saw this fucking picture, this video on my YouTube recommended.
Hold on, I gotta copy paste this, and then I will let you all get on your way. I know it's late. We're gonna raid this person, and yeah, I'll let you all go. I hope you all had fun. I had fun.
Yep.
I always do have fun with these.
I enjoy.
And
Hell yeah.
I will hopefully see us all next Thursday, because now we won't have to wait 2 weeks in between sessions, and we can actually play the game, because I'm not,
Hey.
miles away. Shocking, I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll send
It
you
should
all.
work.
I'll send you all there. Have a good one. Good night. I'll catch you all later.
Good night.
Bye.